This is a short video to show new users how to add a shipment manually to the Smooth Parcel system. There's lots of ways to add shipments to the Smooth Parcel system and to create labels. If you've got an eBay store or an Amazon store or an Etsy store or a Shopify or Magento store, then there are ways that you can use our API to automatically create shipment records and labels or to upload from a CSV file. But the subject of this video is how to manually create a shipment if you've got a one-off or if there's a customer on the phone and you just want to get the details in there and produce a label. So the way that you do that is to first of all go to the shipments menu on the left. First of all log in. Obviously I'm logged in using a test account, and then go to the shipments menu on the left hand side and click on add shipment. Now that brings up a blank record for a shipment in the system. It assumes you're shipping from the country where you're located, so you can leave that alone if it's right or change it if it's not. It assumes you're shipping on today's date. This is the date today as I'm recording the video. And then the first thing you need to enter is the shipment reference. I'm going to put test 13232. So this number has to be unique, and so that gives me a unique reference number. It assumes that the sender is yourself. This is the name of the account I'm logged into. And it assumes that you don't want insurance to begin with. If you want to change that, click yes. Obviously that'll cost you a little bit more, so just bear that in mind. Next, you always need to add in the delivery duty details. If it's a UK to UK shipment, obviously it doesn't matter, just leave it as DDP, delivered duty paid. But if you're sending it abroad into Europe or the US or anywhere else, you need to consider, do you want to pay the taxes or not, and change this accordingly. But I'm leaving it as DDP. And it will also require that you add an IOSS or EORI number to all shipments. Obviously that's not needed for the UK, but you do need to add something in here. So I'm just going to add 123. Now then, the next step is to enter the customer's shipment details. The first thing you need is an email address. Now obviously that's not required for everything, but a lot of couriers these days do need it, so we insist that one email address and a valid email address is entered. You can enter your own or the customer's. Next you enter the name of the person you're sending it to. I'm going to use my own name. You can add a company name if you like. And then you have to add a phone number. Again, you have to add something in here. Better if it's a valid phone number, because the majority of couriers do use the phone these days to either confirm delivery or send text messages and so on. But we only check that there's valid data in that field. You can actually put anything you like in there. Next, the address. So I'm going to use our office address. You have to add a city, and it's good to add a region as well, and obviously a postcode is required. And then it's very important that you select the right country, because obviously that's a big part of the allocation of a shipping method. So that's all the details for the addressee. We then need to decide, do we want it to go express or not? Does it contain liquid, batteries? Do we want it tracked? I'm going to say yes I do. Is it fragile, or do you want signature on delivery? All of these tick boxes affect the selection of shipping methods that are available to you. Then finally we have to tell the system what's in the package. That's what this section here is for. This is used both to make sure that the right shipping method is used for the weight and size of the package, and also to make sure that we've got a record if there's any kind of a claim, or to make sure that the documentation that's produced, if it's going internationally, is correct. So I'm just going to put in some stored data from previous items. There's one item, the weight is 1 kilo, and I'm going to say that the size is 12 by 20 by 10 centimeters, and that the value of the goods is 24 quid. So having completed all those pieces of information into the system, all I do now is save. and the system will then create a shipment record. The shipment record is as I entered it, and you can see here the details of the item that's in the package. I then click create shipping label, and the system goes away, contacts the best courier for this particular item, and produces a shipping label. The shipping label appears here. This is the tracking number, and if I click on view label, I can then print the label on my label printer, stick it on the package, and away we go. Hope that helps. If you've any issues, don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks very much for using Smooth Parcel.